The Winston-Salem City Council passed a resolution to build a pavilion gallery honoring the life and story of a man's journey from enslavement to freedom. Born into slavery in Virginia, Peter Oliver was brought to Pennsylvania. That's where he bought his freedom. Then he moved to Salem. Well, Fox 8's Justin Lundy joins us live here in the studio after going to Winston-Salem to see where developers plan to build that gallery. Justin, where exactly it's going to be?
Well, Michael, according to historians, the land where Oliver lived is located in downtown Winston-Salem across from the Strollway pedestrian bridge. And once the gallery is built on the property, work from his time period will be put on display.
It may take me 1 second to locate it.
The hunt to find the tombstone of Peter Oliver in the Salem Moravian graveyard out of the hundreds of grave sites didn't take too long.
He lived to be 44 years old. He died in 1810. He signed for his freedom in 1800.
Oliver was born into slavery in Virginia and bought his freedom on June 13, 1800. Christy Williams, the board chair of the Creative Corridors Coalition, says Peter Oliver's life plays a role in Winston-Salem's rich history. While enslaved in Virginia, he asked his owner to sell him to the Salem congregation. The community then worked with members of the local Moravian church to sell Oliver to another owner up north.
In Pennsylvania, where it is a free state for enslaved individuals, they were able to go before a judge, place the information before the judge, and because it was a free state, he was then, by order of the judge, emancipated.
According to Williams, once Oliver was freed, he moved to the town of Salem on this plot of land with his wife and children across from the Strollway pedestrian bridge in what is now Winston-Salem, where he farmed as a firefighter and commuted to work in the Single Brothers house, which still stands today. He also became a skilled tradesman in Moravian pottery.
Just an elaborate number of things on his estate, which gives us a great glimpse at who he was and what he did on this actual property.
Now, to honor his journey to freedom, Williams says her nonprofit is spearheading a development called Peter Oliver Pavilion Gallery, which will be built on the land where Oliver once lived and display pottery and artifacts from his lifetime and the time period.
So we'll have some of those items to showcase, as well as other historical documents to talk about his life and his legacy, including descendants that are still very involved in our community here in Winston-Salem.
Monday night, the Winston-Salem City Council voted to approve the project.
All right, all those in favor of the motion, please indicate by voting yes. Anyone opposed, vote no.
Williams tells me the plan is to break ground on the project next summer on June 13th, which will be the 225th anniversary of Oliver buying his freedom. She says it'll cost $8 million to build it, and if you're interested in donating to their Capital Funds campaign, you can find a link on our website at myfox8.com. Michael?
All right.